Friday, February the 6th. Live on purpose for a purpose. Sometimes we go through life and we're just kind of sliding through. We get up in the morning, we eat breakfast or eat something or drink coffee or whatever you have, and you kind of go through the day and you make it to lunch where you eat again, and then you just kind of make it to dinner time where you eat and then you watch TV and go to bed. Well, what did we accomplish today? What did I do? Sometimes we don't seem to have a purpose in our lives. We just kind of go through life. Well, God has given us life for a reason, and we have a purpose. In Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15 and 16, Paul says, "Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil." Paul's been talking about, in Ephesians, about living as children of light in a dark world. We all have a certain amount of time to live. We don't know how much that is. One person has longer than another. But we all have a certain amount of time, and we need to make sure we make the best use of that. And Paul tells us to be careful. Why does he tell us to be careful? Well, because there's so many distractions to keep us from our real purpose and what we're supposed to be doing. We don't want to wake up someday and say, man, I really wish I would have done that. No. Take the time today and do that thing. Don't let time go by and say, I should have. He says, be careful how you live. Are we thoughtful of others? Are we compassionate of others? Are we thankful for what God has done for us and show him that thanks by the way we treat him and the way we treat others? Be careful how you live. And then be careful how you, not as unwise, but as wise. Not living a selfish life. The unwise live a very selfish life. Everything is about them. The wise, yes, they do things to help themselves, but they always have an eye out to help others. Be careful how you live, not as unwise, but wise, making the most of every opportunity. A farmer knows that there's a certain period of time he's got to get his crops in the ground in order if he wants to have a harvest later. If he waits too long, then he's going to miss the growing season. In the same way, there are opportunities for us. And if we let those opportunities go, they may never come back again. Or we may just procrastinate long enough that the opportunity goes by. Is there anything you letting slip by right now? Making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. What does it mean, the days are evil? Well, we have an enemy who's constantly working against us. Distractions, and oftentimes he'll tell us later, you can do it later. Well, sometimes later never comes because we never get back to it. And then times of leisure. We all like those times when we can just skip back and just go do something we enjoy or just get back, take a nap or something. But it's often in those times of leisure where we're most susceptible to doing something wrong. When the enemy says, hey, look over here. Hey, let's do this. And we know it's wrong, but it just feels good at the moment. One of those things is taking the time with our children, our grandchildren, our nieces, our nephews, taking the time that we have, the opportunity to tell them about Jesus, making sure that we don't miss out on those opportunities. It's easy. It's easy to be watching TV. It's easy to be playing games. It's easy to be doing other things, and those aren't bad things. But be sure that you live a purposeful life, that you make a difference in the lives of other people. When you do that, when your time comes to the end, it'll be okay because you know you've had a purpose. Have a good day.